cousins growing up when I started fucking with kids. I was like, hey man, drugs, amazing. So amazing,
You gotta be careful.
you might go broke or homeless or some shit.
Yeah, literally.
We gonna hold it just in case we gotta pass it around or anything. But we are in this bitch. We are doing the
We
thing.
rolling?
We are rolling.
We are rolling?
It's cool conversations with Adante is cool. Usually I'm like, I got a special guest. Now I have 3 special guests. That's fucking crazy. You guys, I know. Stick with the winning team, man. Stick with the. Come on. But
Cheers.
can I get you guys to introduce yourselves to what's familiar?
I got the mic. I'm gonna introduce myself first. I'm also the reason everybody's here. No offense. My name is Drew Famous.
I'm Avery. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. Drew dragged me out of bed this morning, said we're going. I said, okay. So we're good.
Alright, what's good? My name is Rose.
Yes.
He was my ride. He didn't know he was gonna be on
Yeah,
camera, but Dante put the chair out for him and he couldn't say no, so now he's on camera.
Come on. It's out here on a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? But we're getting the goddamn thing done.
It's an important day.
How's everybody doing?
Well, we thought we were gonna start our day at 9 a.m. and be here at 10 a.m. sharp. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm a very punctual person, so when I say that, I really mean it. And Rove told me that he had to turn my alarm off for me this morning. I guess I never heard an alarm go off. When I woke up, I was confused why my alarm didn't go off.
Yeah.
So that's where we are right now.
I thought you were a little late today myself, to be honest. I'm tired as fuck this weekend.
Drew texted me at 10:15. I was like, yo. I was like, I just woke up, bro. He's like, yeah, me too. That's the type of time we're on.
The communication was strong. It's okay.
We're here. We're still here.
We got bagels.
Dude, we were gonna eat the bagels on camera. We couldn't wait though.
I mean, I think it's good that you guys have enough energy to make this a very special day.
We have to.
That's what I was.
We can't say we're gonna do something and then not do something. Even if you feel like when you wake up you can't do it, you gotta do it. And I'm here. We're here.
That is how I feel about literally everything that I never want to. I'm like, hey, go ahead and put yourself. Resilience. I love it.
I literally texted that to Drew. I was like, I need to have the right energy for this cool conversation. I was like, because it's not going to be a cool conversation if I'm not in the right headspace for it. So I started sipping on Modelo. Got a bagel.
And we're here.
And we're here. And the energy is right.
It is. We've reached the notch that we needed to be at, and we're here now.
We did indeed.
How's life been going? Well, actually, let me start somewhere else. Because I do like to talk about art. Let's start. So, I ask you a very simple. You were the guest that I asked.
I was.
Got the bonuses.
Man. I'll pull up with people.
With
but
gang now.
yes, sir. We're here.
But, alright, so where did music start for you?
Um.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah. I was really I guess probably like the first song I was super into was like Airplanes by B.O.B. Real shit. And then I bought that album. I bought 2 albums on iTunes with the same like $20 gift card. It was I never said this shit. I don't know if anybody knows this shit. So I bought Big Time Rush's album. And I bought B.O.B.'s album.
Hey, chill. That's really a life decision.
And there we go. Now we're here. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. It's been over 10 years. I'm pretty sure since that decision was made. And I obviously chose B.O.B. instead of Big Time Rush. I was more of a fan of his sound and his approach.
So how does it go from B.O.B. and Big Time Rush to like, all right, you know what? I don't want to fucking actual vapors or something. Like, put that shit out.
When I'm like really into something, I like dive like super deep. So I was like on DatPiff heavy and downloading every single mixtape ever. And then my mom found that we were sharing an iTunes library, and so she heard some of it, She specifically heard Earl by Earl Sweatshirt. She just pressed play on it and how it wakes up and like how it starts with like everybody yelling at him and shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, "What the hell? Like literally, like what is this?" And I was like 12. So and it's crazy because in hindsight I totally understand. I literally like I don't blame her. Like I would have probably as a parent I would have been like, "What the fuck?" Like.
What is my child
So
listening to?
from there, she was like, "You can't listen to rap music," which it was just like a hard ban on all of it. And I wasn't doing. I was not someone that liked being told no. So like, it's crazy, bro. My parents used to go out on date night every Tuesday night, and you remember when we were younger, 2 albums came out on Tuesdays. So every single Tuesday, I would get on my mom's computer and download whatever came out online, and then I would burn it on CDs, and then I would hide them in books.
Wow.
Real shit, bro.
That's fucking.
And I would stay up. I would wait until like I was
dedication.
supposed to be in bed, and then that's when I would like listen to shit. Yeah. And then I started writing, and I started rapping. I just fell in love with it. Real shit. Like I don't know. We were talking. I think me and Rove and Cam were talking about this shit last night. Like when I started rapping, I didn't know why necessarily, but I knew that it was important to me, and I knew that I really wanted to do it. And so here we are, still going.
That's real.
Yeah.
Remember the conversation we had about it way back when we first did that shoot together?
I know what like era you're talking about, but I don't remember the exact
We like
conversation.
shot a little bit. I dropped my camera. And there's my homie's camera. I like dropped that shit. And we ended up like sitting down somewhere to get a drink or something. And I just like willingly, I was like, "So why'd you start?" I'm like, "I just love writing, and the music shit was important to me too." So I just combined the two. And I was like, "That's real," because I feel like you can see that in a lot of your music that you're a writer first and like expressing yourself in that way, but it's just very natural to express it through music too. Like,
Yeah.
if you're into that shit.
Yeah.
It's just like that natural progression.
I started writing stories. The first shit that I wrote was like storytelling stuff. But I don't know. I didn't really never know much about music until recently, honestly. Like that I've been like actually involved in the process. Like specifically 48th Street, like Zach. Because I'm able to sit with him. You know what I'm saying? And actually like see the whole process. Like the whole process, and so I've been able to be more involved, at least with my last album, Head Held High. Like I was like really involved in actually like the sounds, like because I knew I didn't want to do like anything that sounded like anything else, I guess. But before then, I didn't even really know much about like I can't read sheet music or you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know, like that's not where I guess like my actual like love was. My love was like. Obviously, I like B.O.B., but I found Lupe off of that album, and then I got all of his shit. And he told stories really vividly. Really vividly. And it's like still literally, like we were just talking about the shit with his new album. Like every time you hear it, it's something new. You're hearing something new that you didn't hear the first time. And that was like crazy intriguing to me. Because I was like, this is better. Because I would read books and shit. Like, so I was like, this is better than a book. Like, I don't have to read it. I can do other shit while I'm listening to it, and I can still get something new every single time. Like,
So when you were like, you were saying a writer for really getting heavy into music, and like stories, and stuff, you mean like poetry type stories, or just straight up like?
I guess I think to be honest with you, when I was younger, I told people I was writing poems probably more than raps.
Yeah.
Because it sounded more. Like, I don't know, I was a little white kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just sounds more normal.
Yeah.
But like the whole time I knew I was writing shit with like structure. Like I knew how it would be like performed and shit. And then by the time that I started recording myself, I just recorded everything straight through. I didn't like bar in or anything. Like I would do every verse like from the first word to the last word. So I like. You know what I'm saying? I know how to perform it, and like so at this point when I'm like in a room and I knock whole shit out really quick, like you know what I'm saying? Like learn to get to that point. So yeah, I definitely called it poetry, but it always had.
I like that. It's easier for people to like say for some reason. Like I think there's like an extra added pressure to the idea of like not only does this have to like kind of make sense and maybe rhyme. But now I gotta put a beat on it. Like, well, it's a rap, put a beat on it, and you're like,
And then it's like, then you're taking yourself from like just a person to a performer too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and that's the other aspect. And straight up, bro, I didn't, because I would used to like give books for shows when I was like 17 and 18, like younger than that too. But like, I literally hated performing, bro. I hated it so much. I didn't like performing until I told One Pump, but I didn't like performing until I really got to like start performing with him, and I could see how he interacted with the crowd, and I'm like, oh, okay, all these people are here to have fun. You just have to help them have fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like everybody's in this room like trying to like pick your performance apart.
Yeah.
There might be one or two folks standing in the back that's thinking that, but that's not the majority of the fucking. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I didn't even notice that aspect of it until like 2 years ago. Honestly, I used to just be scared getting in front of people type shit.
That's wild. It's wild too because you're talking about like not going like bar for bar when you're recording, because that's how Pump records. He goes bar for bar.
He taught me that recently, actually, and now I do that. It's
Yeah.
crazy because now you can put more emphasis on things, and now I see why people do that sometimes. So sometimes when I'm recording different stuff, like, because he taught me that shit, because he would write the whole verse, and then he would do it bar for bar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you doing it bar for bar? And he's like, because then I can stretch this one out, and put this one right before it ends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it is wild.
And
But
it's funny that you say it's like when you're recording before it's like a performance when you're recording, but I feel like for Pump it's like he's really taking the time to like make that shit sound really good as a recording, and then doesn't hold the fucking with it when he performs it loud. And I've seen y'all in the same room recording. It's like totally different because I remember he went bar for bar for like an hour. And I fell asleep and then woke up to you doing your entire verse in one take type shit, and I was like, this is wild.
yeah,
It's cool to see the dichotomy of how
yeah.
he records and performs, and like you're recording as a performance and as itself too. Like that's really dope.
Okay. When did performing start for you? Yeah, did you think you hated it?
Yeah, I did some performances. My first performance was at my first performance was at a TED Talk.
What?
Real shit. I swear to God, you can find it on YouTube. I wasn't Drew famous yet. So I used to be in the Music Lab, which is this program in Roanoke, with the Jefferson Center. I've been working with them a lot recently too, because I've been going back home. But you said what? Yeah, shout out to Jordan Harmon. Shout out to fucking everybody that's ever put their hands on the Music Lab, but specifically Jordan Harmon, because he's the one running it. And it's crazy because before, all right, so let me start. It's like a program for high school students in Roanoke, like 9th through 12th grade. I think you can be younger though, but I didn't find out about it until I went to public school in 9th grade. And it's like just like a studio complex. It's a really nice studio complex too, honest to God, bro. And it's like literally dedicated to like kids and like nurturing like creativity. So, damn, what was the question? How did I get to there again? Sorry. TED Talk, yeah. So I was in 9th grade and I was like recording at the Music Lab. Like I would always have like a little room to myself and I would be in there recording and shit. And it's like word got around that I was rapping. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if Jordan was even there yet, to be honest with you. I don't know if he was the teacher in 9th grade, because the thing that I was gonna say about him was that like it always like switched off. Like it wasn't like a constant role. But Jordan's been there since I was at least in 11th grade, and that's at least like 5-6 years, and that's really fucking awesome to see. Like I literally, when I came back and he was still in charge, it was that's beautiful. Like he really cares. But anyways, somebody got me in touch with this dude Micah. You might like get my whole origin story off of this shit actually. Yeah, Micah. You don't even So, Micah, because Micah was making beats, and they had Virginia Tech was opening a hip hop study at their college. This is when I was in 9th grade. It was 2014. And they needed a performer, and they hit the Music Lab up because Roanoke and Blacksburg are like 40 minutes away. Like that was pretty. I guess Music Lab was like the main thing. Anyways, hit them up. They needed a rapper. They had Eddie, which was one of the older dudes, not older dudes, but like 20-something-year-olds that was like around helping type shit.
Yeah.
And he was a rapper, Easy Ed. Shout out to Eddie McLean. I haven't talked to you since I was like in 10th grade, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out. Anyways, yeah. So he had a verse. He was like the performer, but they wanted a kid, obviously, because like, you know. So they somehow got me. I remember I got a text on my phone on like I used to have like a flip phone in high school.
Yeah.
My mom wouldn't let me because like I told you I was getting in trouble for like being on the internet and listening to music and shit. So I wasn't allowed to have any sort of like crazy technology. Anyways, I was in gym class. This is crazy as fuck that I remember this. I haven't thought about this story.
Dude, I'm excited that it's coming
Bro,
out right now.
real life.
Like,
I haven't.
let it all out.
And I got a text on my phone in gym class. I was sitting on the ground for some reason. I don't know why. I was sitting on the bleachers. And it was like, hey, this is whoever from the music lab. Can you come in today? It was a Tuesday. And I was like, the music lab was open Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I was like, it's Tuesday. Are you sure I'm allowed to come? And they're like, they're asking for you specifically. And I remember I texted my mom and I was like, Mom, can I please go to the music lab today? Blah, blah, blah. Like, and I was like, I'm telling you, they just messaged me. It's blah, blah, blah. Whatever. And she's like, yeah, sure. I'll pick you up. I'll take you. So I went and they're like, okay, this is what's going on. We have a performance on Friday at Virginia Tech, and we need a rapper, and you're the rapper we chose because you're the rapper this year. And I'm like, fuck. Like, so I had a verse. I had a bunch of verses in my iPod Touch, and so I remember pulling a verse out of there, and it worked with the beat. Yeah, so we went on Friday and performed it, and so my first performance ever was at a TED Talk. For the opening of the hip-hop program at Virginia Tech. You can find it. If you type in those types of keywords in YouTube, you'll find it, because it's still on there, I guarantee it. I was wearing, like, a dinosaur on my t-shirt, and I had, like, purple joggers on and slicked back hair, so I was different.
What was your... You said you weren't too famous, so...
My first rapper name? My name is Andrew Huddick III. So my first rapper name was the third.
Oh, okay.
But it was just I. That's how I spelled it, which is stupid.
That's actually a little
Nah,
hard.
but people would look at it and think it's like ill or whatever. Like, I don't know, but it was not a good rap name. And my dad still, because of it, just calls me Turd. So
I'm not gonna lie, for a first rap name, it could have been a lot worse.
yeah.
A lot worse.
But that's who I was at the time. Yeah, and that's how I performed for the first time. But how I was saying, it was like my origin story. Micah, after that, I got like linked with Micah, which was their the producer. He was like 16 or 17 at the time. I was 14. I know that's how old I was because I was born in 2000. So whatever year it was, that's how old I was. And I remember it was 2014. But literally, the next time I went back to the lab, I had like a session with Micah and we were working on stuff. And he started showing me music of like kids, like music that he was into, and he was into Christian rap. You know what origin where I'm going?
I know where
he
you're
pulled
going
up
with
this dude Levi Henson on SoundCloud,
Shout out
he was like, yo, this dude's 14 and you're 14 too. It didn't have nothing to do with anything. That's how I became a Christian rapper, bro, because he showed me Levi Henson, and I was like, oh, we're dope, like, hell yeah. It was a Kanye West cover that he had. It was like a
Really?
rapped over Kanye, bro. I swear to God, that's the first shit I heard. And then the other song was this song called Winter. That's a good one too. But anyways, yeah, he showed me that shit, and so I immediately like SoundCloud messaged Levi like when I got back home and was like, hey, Micah showed me you, blah blah blah, and yeah, that's how I got linked in with that entire circle. Was all because of that performance. Real shit. That's crazy.
So you were in the Christian rap name for a little bit?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Not on purpose, but I was.
So much
I was.
It's crazy.
Every bag, bro.
I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, man.
So, I guess how do you transition out of the Christian rap? What's the...
You don't. You don't, bro. It's like you have to change your name or something, I think. Because if you go and look at...
I feel like the Christian rap game is almost like a fraternity. Like, once you're in there, you're in there.
Yeah, bro. Once you have that like label on you,
This is it.
you were
Niggas
never...
is set.
If you look at all of like my related like content and shit on Spotify and like Apple and shit, it's like they're not all Christian rappers. It's like just a bunch of us that tried to get out of the circle type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
And people still ask Levi for his. Levi
Yeah.
be getting pissed because people still ask him for like his old shit. That's like when he was a Christian rapper.
'Cause they
he
were, like-
kicked out too.
bro, Levi was like the prodigal son of Christian rap. Everybody, he was like gonna be like the one. Like they were trying to labels was trying to sign him when he was like 15 and shit. Like, and they were gonna put like, bro, listen, dude. Anyways, like, yeah, dude. So like that's where he got like his major following at the jump.
Yeah.
And so then when he fucking became 16, 17 and was like started having thoughts of his own, right?
Yeah.
And like was like, maybe this isn't really what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
He had like, it's still, bro, it's a whole like Twitter cult, bro, of people that are like, why don't you make Christian rap music?
I see them commenting on everything, like Instagram, Twitter, it's like these Christian rap fans, like asking what the old music is on. The old
Yeah,
rap
because
music.
folks will delete their shit, they'll like delete their shit off of the internet because it gets so annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have this whole base of people that know. It's weird, bro. The internet is fucking weird. And so it was like, it was literally a bunch of kids our age that thought we were famous.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
That's how I do it.
because I worked with like someone recently that was like, listened to me when I was like coming up. And I was on the FaceTime with him, bro, and he literally told me, he's like, bro, when I was in high school, I thought you were Big Sean.
That's fucking
And I'm like, bro, I was in high school too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy as fuck, dude.
Big Sean is wild.
It's like a,
it is wild, bro. I thought Big Sean is wild. Like maybe like at the time like I don't know, like Earl or something. Cause it's like famous and fucking not quite like. I don't know. Big Sean is big. Big Sean is like.
Shout out to
Like,
Big
I would have had
Sean,
to
bro.
see him pull up in a limo at school.
Shout out to Big Sean. That shit was funny as fuck though. When he said that shit, I was with EK in a session.
Yeah.
You know EK. And it was crazy because I like looked at EK and I was like, you understand? I was like, because like I've told it, I'm like trying to explain it to people
Yeah.
sometimes now that I've like grown up and come to terms with everything. And it's just funny. It's like it's really hard to explain, honestly. Like if you weren't in the fucking, I don't know, if you didn't grow up in youth group, that's like the only,
Yeah.
that's like the base of Christian rap. Real
Yeah.
shit. It's like they play it at youth group because it's like hip music, but it's Christian. So anyone that's in youth group is a Christian rap fan by default.
That's how I found out about Christian rap. Was I went to a church with one of my friends and they had like a concert, like a Christian rap concert. I remember it was Andy Mineo. That was his name.
Yo, shout out to Andy Mineo, bro.
Yeah,
He definitely knows who I am, and he's homies with Levi and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's how I was introduced to it, and it was like it's like a cult like following. It was crazy how much they like it so much.
It's wild, bro. It's
That's
wild.
my take.
And my homie Kevin Hackett, that does all of my album artwork ever, like every single one of them. He is the creative director of Reach Records, which is like the Christian rap.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
the good music.
It's literally, it's like,
What?
yeah, bro, yeah.
That's nice. But so, yeah, shit. I feel like I said, I learned a lot this time. But we only got a little bit more time. I want to get to today. What you on today? Is there any future things that you're trying to come out with? Is there something that you're just trying to push right now? Just taking it easy.
Head held high. That's what I'm pushing right now, and I'm pushing it forever. But yeah, I'll just say that right now because I shouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Head Held High is out now, and it came out this year, like a couple months ago. So
What's the process on that one?
it took like 3 years.
Really?
I started it. I always wanted to do 17 songs. I told everybody around me I wanted to do a 17-song album. Everybody around me was like, "You probably shouldn't do that." At least for one of them.
I admit it, bro. I said it.
Anyways, it took me a long time because I was being so careful with it, and then I ended up choosing 9 songs, and the album was called Head High, and I dropped that last year, last September, and literally like the day that I dropped it, I was like, that's not it, like that's not the full thing, and so we ended up remastering Head High with different versions of songs, extended versions of songs, different verses, and then like 8 other songs, something. And that's Head Held High. And so it is 17 songs now. It's like a deluxe expanded. Technically it's a remaster though. And I like to say that because that's some real shit. Like I literally made it like Anthony was like, bro, you're really making me remaster your album right now, like 6 months later, like what the fuck? But like I really like, yeah. So yeah.
3 years. That's fucking dedication right there.
Yeah, because I was being real careful with it. But it's not like it only took me 3 years to make those songs. It was like it took me 3 years to choose that like arrangement. And now at this point we have like so many other fucking songs from that time period that like weren't experimental enough to
Yeah.
fit on. You know what I'm saying? Like that we have like all this other shit. So we've already organized one album. It's all mixed. We're just kind of, we're still working up to everything with that. But like, yeah, bro, there's so much material from that whole era. That's how Extendo came about, because I dropped Extendo in that time period while I was working on Head High. But all the beats were boom bap type shit, and obviously that didn't fit. So I just did like a real quick project just to like get my mind right, like reset with some real hip hop shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
When we first met, when me and Drew first met, he played me a song that ended up being on the Head Held High.
What was it?
I think it was, fuck, what was it? I don't remember. You hit me with the track list, so it's jog my memory.
Trip is calling me right
Trip
now. I
called-
knew
Trip-
whoever was
Yeah,
calling me.
Trip has called me.
What's up, bro?
I won't call him back. I was gonna call him back.
They said call you back. I'm in the middle of a Dante Cool conversation right now.
Yeah, Trip, I swear I seen this, and I'm about to call you right back.
Tell them to he wants your address so he can pull up.
Man, I'm gonna text him.
Alright, he's gonna send it to you, bro. Bro,
Bro,
you funny as fuck.
It was Lockjaw.
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 Yeah.
When me and Drew first met, I heard Lockjaw and I was like, this shit's hard. When is this gonna come out? And then
I dropped that song like on three different.
3 years later.
When it finally was on, when I finally dropped it on Head Held High, it was like twice as long as the other version. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I finally like finished it like 3 years later. Shout out to shout out to Kilowatts. He produced that shit. Garnell, no, bro. Garnell be producing Mad Christian rap music too, but he also produced Lockjaw by Drew Famous, which is not Christian rap.
I love it. It's fucking crazy. We gonna need a part 2, man. 'Cause
Dude, yeah, no, we went crazy,
The
bro.
origin story blew my mind. I was hoping for something.
I
like
wasn't
that
even.
too,
I did not expect to hit
I
that.
was hoping for something like that. Journalism.
I'm weak, bro. That's hilarious. We literally just pulled up. We ate some bagels. We was like just chopping it out. We're like, damn, well, it's gonna be raining. Like we just gonna have to do the rain thing, do the damn.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah, I did that shit.
That's
bro.
why me and Rove put it up right now.
Yeah, I'm tripping out here without my hood. I was gonna wear my love hoodie, but
It is raining. The camera is covered with the trash bag.
Yeah, the camera has a trash bag on it.
waterproof shorts, waterproof jacket, dripping, never drowning. Okay, diving on the bitch. Foot on the back of the bitch's neck.
I got the blue thing on, so I was wet already.
Oh my god.
Hey, come on now.
And so
Come
do
on.
you.
I do too. Yeah, man. Come on. We came prepared.
Shot blue man, man.
Shout out to him. But yeah, guys, that's the song.
Hell yeah.
That
was cool. I felt very cool. I felt very
Hey,
cool.
it's big. Like I
Shake
said,
my
we got
hand.
we got the part 2. Gotta coming out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a part 2. Drew Famous and Dante's Cool Conversation coming part 2 soon.
And then
Ask for it in the
I
comments.
need y'all individual cool compliments.
Hey, yeah.
If you know, you know. For real, for real.
We gonna get them back. We gonna get them back.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys.
We did it.
Y'all fucking
We did it.
stay tuned. Motherfucking go home, suck a girl titty, drink some water, do some push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
10 of them. At
Fucking
least.
Call
At
out of
least.
work. Call out of work.
Oh, it's really starting to rain now.
Subscribe to the Cool Conversations channel.
Exactly. Like,
I'm about to do
comment,
that shit.
subscribe.
I'm about to
Okay.
drop like 5 comments in a row on this video.
Thank you. I'm not really sure when this will come out.
Share it with your mom.
I'll see it.
It's gonna be out very soon. Yes, share it with your mom.
Yeah, my
Share
mom
it.
will see it.
Share it with
I'll send it to her.
everybody. You know what I'm saying? I usually get a lot more grizzly at the end of these, but I'm relaxing out today.
Yeah, we hit the Christian